Good evening, everyone. I hope your preparations are going well, and I hope you have seen the last video for drug of the day. So, today's topic for the drug of the day is penicillin. Penicillin was discovered by Alexander Fleming, and we'll look into the mechanism of action, the structure activity relationship, some important questions from this part, and also the stereochemistry of penicillin, which is very important. Let's get started. So penicillins, this is a general structure of penicillins. It has a thiazolidine ring. This ring is the A ring and this is the B ring. So the thiazolidine ring is fused with a beta-lactam ring, and along with the beta-lactam ring, the side chain of this ring consists of a acyl group and a secondary amino group. Okay, so it belongs to the class of beta-lactam antibiotics, which is a narrow spectrum antibiotic, and it has bactericidal activity. Penicillins are the derivatives. These are synthetic antibiotics which are derived from 6-amino-penicillinic acid, and I've already discussed about the structure of penicillins. So the mechanism of action: beta-lactam, these antibiotics bind to special receptors called the PBPS, the penicillin binding proteins. Now, what they do is they inhibit the transpeptidase and carboxypeptidase enzymes, which are involved in the cross-linking of peptidoglycan chains. Peptidoglycan chains are made up of NAM and NAC bonds. Those are N-acetyl glutamic acid and N-acetyl uramic acid, and which are important for the formation of the bacterial cell wall. But when these antibiotics are administered, there is no cross-linking of the peptidoglycan chains, and hence the cell wall becomes incapable of withstanding the osmotic gradient and hence causes cell death. Stereochemistry and iopacning. So this is a basic structure of penicillin. It has 3 chiral carbons at 3, 4, and 5th position. This is the third, this is the first position, second, third, fourth, and fifth position. All synthetics and semi-synthetic penicillin have absolute configuration as 3s, 5r, and 6r. This is important. Third point says all penicillins have a penam as a basic moiety. This is the penam ring as a basic moiety. So on this slide, structures can be framed such as name or pick out the central bicyclic ring present in the penicillins. So the IUPAC name is bicyclo 1 aza 4 thia bicyclo 3, 3,2-O heptane. This part is important. Classification. Acid resistant alternative to penicillin G. So penicillin G is acid labile and therefore acid resistant alternatives have been developed. Example, phenoxymethyl penicillin or penicillin V. Penicillinase resistant penicillin such as methicillin and fluoxetillin. Third classification or third group involves extended spectrum penicillin. These are very potent and also important. Aminopenicillin includes ampicillin and amoxicillin, and becampicillin. Becampicillin is a prodrug. Carboxypenicillin includes carbenicillin and ticarcillin. Uridopenicillin includes piperacillin and mesocycline. Beta-lactamase inhibitors, they include clavulanic acid, tazobactam, and sulbactam. So the classification is important. SAR. SAR, the first point for this part is all beta-lactam antibiotics consist of a 4-membered lactam ring. Beta-lactam antibiotics, these involve penicillin, cephalosporin, and carbapenems. So a beta-lactam ring is important, which is fused with an atom at the first position and tetrahedral carbon to a second heterocyclic ring. So this is the carbon. It is this beta-lactam ring is fused with a carbon and nitrogen at first position and a heterocyclic ring. Penicillins are unstable in acidic and basic conditions. They easily degrade in acidic and basic conditions, and therefore manipulation of the polar amides. This is the polar amide group. So manipulation at this position is important and is essential because it leads to increased potency as well as physical and chemical stability. Third point, incorporation of ionized acidic and polar group. If there is incorporation of these group on the alpha carbon of side chain of benzyl carbon atom of benzyl penicillin. So what does this point mean? If there is incorporation of these groups on the alpha carbon, okay, this is the alpha carbon of benzyl penicillin. So there is increased activity against gram-negative bacilli. Examples, ampicillin, amoxicillin and carbencillin. Fourth point, this is very important point, increase of steric hindrance. So steric hindrance is very important because it increases the resistance towards the staphylococcal organism. Now, steric hindrance increase at alpha carbon of the acyl group. This is the alpha carbon of the acyl side chain. So if there is introduction of aromatic ring such as phenyl and naphthyl rings or heterocyclic rings such as in oxacillin, the ring or the substitution is isoxazoline, or in the case of antibiotic known as cloxacillin, or if there is a substitution at ortho position such as 2,6 dimethoxy substitution on the phenyl ring of methicillin and 2-ethoxy substitution on the naphthyl ring of methicillin. These substitutions are very important as they increase the resistance towards these organisms. Next part, the treatment and the adverse effects. The first point for treatment says benzathine penicillin is the longest acting penicillin and it is a drug of choice for syphilis. Important. Penicillin G is a drug of choice for tetanus, gas gangrene and meningococcus. Amoxicillin and ampicillin, these are very effective and are active against most of the organisms such as Haemophilus. Now, Haemophilus influenza, these two antibiotics belong to the class of extended penicillins and are very effective against this organism. Adverse effect is very important from this part. Jerish hexamer reaction is syphilitic patients. Anaphylactic shock, which is IgE mediated, is one of the most common adverse effects. Ampicillin is involved in the maculopapular rashes in patients with viral disease, and amoxicillin causes diarrhea. So, amoxicillin causes diarrhea and ampicillin causes maculopapular rashes. Procaine penicillin, though it is very potent, but when given in high doses, it can cause seizures and CNS abnormalities. Contraindications and drug-drug interactions. So, penicillin must always be avoided in patients who have a history of penicillin-related hypersensitivity reactions. In this case, another class of beta-lactam antibiotics such as cephalosporins or carbapenem are prescribed. Penicillins are contraindicated in individuals with porphyria. This point is very important. Drug-drug interactions, probenecid. Now, probenecid is an anti-gout drug which inhibits the tubular secretion of ampicillin and increases its duration of action. Ampicillin inhibits the colonic microflora and it undergoes hepatic cycling, enterohepatic cycling, and it also interferes with the decoagulation. Now, what does it mean? Ampicillin disturbs or it inhibits the colonic microflora. So, this microflora is important in maintaining the pH of the intestines, and it also interferes with the decoagulation. And this antibiotic undergoes enterohepatic cycling of oral contraceptives, due to which there is a failure of contraceptives. Amoxicillin and contraceptives must never be administered together. Hydrocortisone inactivates to ampicillin if when mixed in IV solution. So from this slide, drug-drug interactions are very important, and the first point has been many times asked in previous year's paper. There's a small note which says tetracyclines antagonize the bactericidal effects of penicillin, and concurrent use of these drugs must be avoided. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video and this video was very informative. Thank you for your attention.